Hello, it's your boy PokeWest here in another video. I have not uploaded in a while, and as you can see, the background's different. I have this thing I got for Christmas. But real fast, I want to say this is going to be my first one of these videos that I have scripted. I've scripted Fight to World videos before. However, I have decided to try a script for this, and possibly my review of the anime arc, just so I don't really screw up my words, because I had ideas for jokes and other things that I have not been able to implement because I can't think of them on the spot. The only part of this video that will not be scripted is this part right here and the ending. I don't have anything written for that. But let me know about how you think the video turned out and if I should try to implement scripts for a lot more videos. But anyway, I am quite an SMG4 fan. However, I am also a fan of the parent company Glitch Productions. And you can probably tell that I am a fan of stuff like the Amazing Digital Circus. And thus, I have decided to make a video on top 10 fan songs from their properties. Now, first of all, I can't do this for just SMG4 because there's not that many, and most of them are about Mr. Puzzles. So that's why I'm extending it to all of Glitch. So we will talk about some SMG4 ones, but no, it's not going to be the entire list. Secondly, be nice to me, and if any of the creators of this think I'm too critical to their work, even though they made it on the list, it was really hard for me to find some of these, and this is an opinionated list. So you guys probably like it more than I do. So please be respectful. But with that out of the way, let's get started. Oh, Meta Runner. One of Glitch's neglected series. Yeah, despite being the first show they made and helping push forward the company, it has not been noticed by Glitch that much. So, in honor of Meta Runner's legacy, I have decided to save a spot on this list for it. It's really hard to find one due to it not being a well-known show like many of the others, and Glitch even themselves seeming to forget they made the show. However, I have found one by Epic Diamond X called Out of Luck.
Never one to lose hope, but it's hard to tell if it's close. Well, how should I know? It feels like I've started my life just a minute ago.
It tells the story of Season 2, when Tari surrenders herself to Task Corp to save her friends. And honestly, it's a pretty good song despite being rap. Rap can be hit or miss, so I can understand if you guys don't like this song. I don't really care for it that much. But, hey, it's pretty exciting.
Did to me just like you did to Masa, like it did to Lacinia, hit her from the media to protect your fake image.
And at least it gives some love to one of Glitch's more neglected series. Look, there's not that much I can say about this. I would recommend giving it a try for yourself. But it gives love to one of Glitch's more neglected series, which I appreciate, given that I am a big Meta Runner fan, and I feel bad that it's left out of a lot of the marketing. And you know what? I appreciate you for that, Epic Diamond.
So alone, couldn't call this my home, cause I was left with nothing except for my thoughts. Only reason I gave myself up to you is so you can pardon them, except one's left to rot.
Now, the first of many Digital Circus ones. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of SMG4, mostly about Mr. Puzzles and Digital Circus. Fan favorite of many, Digital Land tells story of Pomni entering the Digital Circus for the first time. Made quite early, like when only the pilot was out. It's quite catchy. A lot of quotes from the first episode. Even breaks the fourth wall at some points. And that's about it. Yeah, I see why a lot of people like this, but to me, there are better ones. Though I am not criticizing the creators or anyone that likes this song. I'm just saying it's not my cup of tea. But this is an amazing song, so it deserves to be on this list. And of course, a lot of the SMG4 ones on this list are going to be about a certain TV head. What did you expect? He's my favorite character.
I'm in control.
The Awesome Mario, I think that's how you say it, was one of the critics of SMG4 and did a lot of good analysis of the channel. And so when it was ending, he decided to make a music video for the beloved Mr. Puzzles called In Control. And honestly, it is a good music video, telling the story of Mr. Puzzles kind of being a control freak, literally and figuratively. By that I mean he sings about his love of being in total control of the SMG4 crew. This song also shows his artistic intention. His singing voice is smooth and changes genre as the song goes on. It even has some moments when it breaks the fourth.
Maybe one day they'll try to break free, but I wrote the ending, they're not leaving me.
Honestly, the only reason it's not higher is because a lot of the ones on the bottom of this list don't have a zing to it, in my opinion. Yours may differ. But it's still a pretty good song, and I would recommend watching it. It has a lot of funny moments, but I think there are better Mr. Puzzle songs. A lot, actually, that are going to be on this list soon. I'm starting to think I'm a bit too biased to Mr. Puzzles. Nyah! And speaking of which,
Come on, step right up to the biggest fight tonight. I hope you came prepared for this dance we ignite.
I'm going to be honest, I have not really been a fan of the NRG series. Don't get me wrong, I love Nick. He was my go-to reaction YouTuber when it comes to the SMG4. At least he was. And he seems like a nice person. Heck, I was on the SMG4 Discord, and I noticed he was on there, and I was like, hey, are you the real Nick Rick Games? You make my day with your reactions. Thanks. And he actually responded to me. There have not been that many YouTubers that responded to me, and he said thanks, and that it made his day, and he made my day. So thank you, Nick. And if you're watching this, I just want to say your Puzzle Vision saga was amazing. Based off the actual SMG4 Puzzle Vision, it was pretty entertaining. And of course, when we get to the actual movie, they did 3 songs for Mr. Puzzles. The first one was a parody of Creative Control. Then the second one was a parody of Puzzle Park. Then the third one...
Who should fear?
Your evil twisted schemes are done. It's time to say you're on the run.
Wait a minute, I don't remember that from the actual SMG4 show. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who created this, I don't know who wrote this, but because I couldn't find it anywhere, I'm gonna say it counts for this list.
I just whisper your defeat. The clock is ticking, feel the heat.
Right off the back, it sounds like a War of the Fat Italian rap, which isn't a criticism, it's what makes the song very interesting, and if that's what they were going for, they did a good job of that. It sounds a bit too much of a fan song, but that's not enough of a criticism to disqualify it.
I will break through every hope you hold. Now it's time for your curtain call.
Honestly, if NRG made more arcs like this in the future, I might have to give it a try. I don't know, let me know if you want me to react or review the NRG series. I guess I'll do it. I have nothing better to do.
This whole thing seems so confused. How can I possibly lose?
like him, but I don't remember liking him. World spins, tell me what's with all the polygons.
Oh, the Stupendium. I could make a whole list of your amazing works of art. However, for this one, we are going to be talking about the one he made for the Amazing Digital Circus, Merry-Go-Round. Unlike other Amazing Digital Circus songs, this one differs in a very unique way. Instead of being about one of the characters like Jax or Pomni, it's about a new character being stuck in the circus. It lets you, the viewer, view the Amazing Digital Circus as a new character, being trapped in this world where your body changes, your mind decays as you're confused by your surroundings, and you can feel yourself abstracting.
What the f*** does that even mean?
Now, this was made when all we had was the pilot, so none of the stuff from the other episodes makes it in. However, because of its uniqueness compared to other Amazing Digital Circus music videos, makes it stand out amongst its peers. And also, it's the Stupendium. That man has a voice of an angel. However, I would like to say this is not one of his best works. It's still a good song, and rap can be hit or miss, and the Stupendium is the king of rap, especially with its wordplay, but I still think there are better Amazing Digital Circus songs.
Each of them speaking to me of abstraction, but they won't explain what it means when I ask them. They won't explain what it means when I ask them. They won't explain what it means when I ask them. They won't explain what it means.
However, if I was to say one thing, the Merry-Go-Round was quite an amazing music video and a very interesting way of viewing the Amazing Digital Circus world.
Why all of that? That really didn't take long at all.
Typical self-insert. Speed ran the whole arc to fit it into a video.
What could be better than the Stupendium? Songs like this! When it comes to the cast of the Amazing Digital Circus, none have captivated fans more than Jax. Of course, there was a certain character that captivated me. Jax, our beloved rabbit. Wait, Jax Rabbit. Jack Rabbit. Oh my god. Anyway, he's quite the jerk in the show. Like, he's a lovable character, but he can be really mean when you get on his bad side. But there might be a reason for that. See, Jax is actually going through a form of depression of losing a lot of his friends. And this song dives right into his self-conscious about how he feels about himself. He hates himself, and he actually loves being trapped in the Amazing Digital Circus, not wanting to face reality. Now, this is great and one of the best songs around, but it also dives more into Jax as a character, which is pretty good, and I think they get it spot on. Now, I could be wrong at these things sometimes, but my personal belief from what I've seen in the show is that Jax got into a hit and run. And either he got hurt, or he accidentally killed someone. Or, actually, because of what we see with Zooble getting hit by that truck, I'm wondering if all the people from the Digital Circus are actually being hooked up to these machines because they got into, like, injuries or stuff, or they died, so they're self-conscious, or being in this machine so they can live. Okay. Jax creates this personality for himself, just this jerk that sees the world and everything as his playthings. He likes to dissociate from his human side, but deep down, he thinks he's a monster that needs to be killed.
Oh, I made myself sad.
Hey guys, I just need to warn you, whatever you do,
Don't touch that dial.
I've knew a couple of these songs before making this list, and while it was really hard to find some of the ones I did find were actually pretty good. And Mystic Tunes' Don't Touch That Dial was one of them.
I see you reaching for the remote, my friend, thinking that we've reached the bitter end. A series finale, a final goodbye. Well, that's a script that I refuse to buy. No sale, no sale.
I was unaware of this song, and I tried listening to it, and oh my gosh, this is one of the best Mr. Puzzle songs. You thought In Control captured Mr. Puzzle as a control freak? Ha ha ha, that's hilarious.
Glitch the timeline, I'll loop the day. SMG4 isn't going away. I'm the director, the editor, the king. Now put on the hat and sing. Puppet, sing.
This goes into Mr. Puzzle's want for fame and power, and the lengths he's willing to go there, turning the SMG4 crew into his mindless puppets. And if they disobey, he is willing to kill them. So do what he says, and most importantly,
don't touch that die.
Honestly, I was having so much trouble finding songs for this list, and this was a lovely surprise. This is one of the best puzzle songs.
Round and round the carousel goes. Nobody leaves until the credits close. It's a forever rerun, a permanent show. Dance for the camera, don't let go. 5 stars, 5 stars. Keep the ratings high. If the screen goes black, then we all die. Don't touch that die.
I would recommend you all listening to this. It is just peak cinema.
You three have done it. That was absolute cinema.
And that was definitely the last Mr. Puzzle song, and there's definitely not another one because I'm not that biased.
Takes love, my mind's in chains. Lost my grip on life, it strains.
Okay, maybe I'm a bit biased. Puzzle Pieces is one of the earliest songs and tells the story of Mr. Weapons. Who do you think?
Pipes and wires sing their tune. Characters just gone so soon.
Honestly, it doesn't really go that deep into the backstory because I'm pretty sure we only had the Puzzle Vision stuff before this. However, it does have some character traits that would be tacked on to Mr. Puzzles, like his loneliness and his need to make friends.
Pattern shift with no escape. When chaos takes its final shape.
But ultimately, it's on this list because it was like one of the earliest ones, so I mostly associate this one out of all the others with Mr. Puzzles.
Oh, the show is getting wild. Eyes are white, but hearts are vile. All your foes or fiends or friends. Nothing matters in the end.
So yeah, kinda just nostalgia bait. But hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it's great to hear this song of how Mr. Puzzles turned this tale, this puzzle, twisted.
Twist and turn, the puzzle breaks. Is all it takes. Power comes from the machine, and the screams beneath my screen.
This has just been Amazing Digital Circus and SMG4 songs. Most of them Mr. Puzzles. Okay, all of them. Can we have one? Just one other Glitch song that's not any of these franchises.
Blood runs through my veins, like blood runs through my veins, like blood runs through my veins, like blood runs through my.
Oh, here we go. The Gaslight District, a show like no other on Glitch. Well, except probably Murder Drones. In a future where humanity has been twisted and corrupted by the power of immortality, people chase the one who would relieve them of this curse. The one whose blood bleeds black. Because they don't see this as a curse, they see it as a gift. After all, who wouldn't want to live forever?
Missed a step in evolution, had my fill of being human.
Okay, this song is amazing. The Glitch Whisperer has a lot of songs that could have made this list. But I've chose this for two reasons. One, I really wanted another song that wasn't Amazing Digital Circus or SMG4 related. And two, this song, I could see this being in the actual show because it feels like it's from the world.
Prophecy, the time has come, costing me the life I want.
The slow melody, the calm singing voice throughout the song of this dying world that can only be saved by the one whose blood bleeds black.
I must keep up this illusion if I wanna smile with the dead.
The Glitch Whisperer is a fitting name because this guy knows the world of the Gaslight District and knows what he's singing about.
Like blood runs through my veins, like blood runs through my veins, like blood runs through my veins, like blood runs through my veins.
This probably would have been number one. However, number one has a story to it. The downfall of Examinations is a tragic story indeed. Once one of the kings of Minecraft animated fan songs, reduced to a company surrounded in scandal. They would eventually release a new series, Fazbear and Friends. It was good at first, and then develop into a content farm, and eventually Examination had enough of Enchanted Mob / Mob Entertainment's bull, and split. They would eventually announce that they would bring the music back. The first music video they uploaded after that was one for Purple Girl. It was pretty alright. Okay, I have not watched it. But that's not what this list is about. We're talking about the one that marked their return. Wacky World.
Hi there, you're the latest jester, added to our beta testers.
Basically, this was made when all we really had was the pilot, so there was not much they could work off of, but what they did work off of was good enough.
Why is this happening and what am I doing here and how am I ever gonna get out of this place?
It even mentioned some of the source material that went into the creation of the Amazing Digital Circus. And this music video was so good, Glitch themselves noticed it and hired Examinations. That's right, they hired Examinations for this. And he would even go on to voice Clench.
Also, Margaret, I couldn't help but notice your noodle arms couldn't open the hatch.
Yeah, you know, everyone's favorite SMG4 character, Clench. Okay, for some ups, there are some downs. But they even made a version with the original voice actors from the show.
Stranded for eternity, stuck eating food that's greedy. We can't be trapped here, can we?
Sorry to burst your bubble, but you will be!
This was a good music video, and had good vocals, and was visually appealing, especially with them switching styles. Now, a lot of these fan songs were made for cashing in on the success of the show, or for actual passion about the digital circus. And that goes for a lot of the ones on this list too. But this one is different in one massive way. It brought back the OGs of Minecraft fan animations.
We all will be erased, abstracted and displaced, can't comprehend our own existence.
And they would even bring Fazbear and Friends back, but took some notes from their good pal SMG4.
My time has come. You must continue your journey without me.
You know, sometimes in this wacky world, we want to scream. But other times, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And hopefully, hallucinations never goes back to the darkness. Thank you for watching this video. I did go off the script a bit while making this, so just let me know how you thought of the video and what you think of some of these songs. And tell me if I missed a couple, because I probably did. But that's all for today, and tune in for when we review the anime arc. Oh, I can't wait to see the hellfire that spawns from that thing. What the f*** was that?